Alright folks, welcome back to another budget gem or budget bust. Now, got another amplifier here today for you for an unboxing and an amp dyno. But let's talk a little bit first as to why I picked the amp today. So, normally, when people are looking for what's the best cost per watt amplifier you can get out there, and I want as much power as I possibly can get, most people recommend one of these two amplifiers. They either recommend the Cab 1600.1 or they recommend this one. This is the Skar RP2000.1D. Now, the problem when you have both of these amplifiers being recommended is the Cab group is going to say, well, the Cab amplifier can do 0.5 ohms. The RP cannot. Now the Cab amp, 0.5 ohms is also not recommended, not warranted. That can be a problem. Now, if it comes to 1 ohm power, the Skar crowd says the Skar at 1 ohm destroys the Cab on the dyno at 1 ohm, which is true. So it ends up being, well, the Cab crew wants 0.5 ohms, the Skar crew says it's 1 ohms. Is there another amplifier that can give you the best of both worlds? Can you get an amplifier that's rated at 0.5 ohms and still get a warranty? Can you get one that'll also make power at 1 ohm? Well, enter this amplifier for us here today. This is the Precision Power Black Ice 7000.1D. It is rated at, check out the box here. It is rated at 1000 watts by 1 at 4 ohms, 1500 watts at 2 ohms, 2300 watts at 1 ohm, and yes, 0.5 ohms, 3500 watts. That's what it's rated. I have no idea what it'll actually do until we strap it up to the dyno, but if this amp lives up to what's on the box, we've effectively got an amp that will satisfy both crowds, and it's roughly the same price. This amplifier I picked up for about $240 plus tax. I've seen them as low as $222 on eBay. If you're going to run at 0.5 ohms, try to find someone who's a authorized Precision Power retailer. I didn't have that choice, so I just went straight to Amazon. So let's crack open this box. Let's see what you get in there for 240 bucks. Let's see what Precision Power says a 3500 watt amplifier at 0.5 ohms looks like. Okay, first thing we got, owner's manual, a couple of screws, nothing out of the ordinary there. Wow, it's an Epsilon remote bass knob that's come in. It's not broken. Still very plasticky, very cheap. These ears are plastic. Thankfully, it was in a spot in the box that it wasn't going to get damaged. Remote bass cable. And one pretty hefty feeling amplifier. Get the plastic off here. So, right off the bat, it looks pretty nice to me, in my opinion. It's kind of got a faux carbon fiber top here, as you can see. It's got a nice embossed Black Ice Precision Power logo right there. This is a black aluminum anodized finish along both the top and the bottom. These end caps look like a gray steel, but they are plastic. But still, overall, it's a nice looking amplifier. It is pretty beefy. So we're gonna take a look here at some of the terminals. Your terminals are over here, and you've got your 0 or 1/0 gauge battery and ground connection. Notice they are pretty nicely spaced in between here, even without the remote input in between them. So I don't think you're going to have any problem if you want to use a 1/0 reducer, or if you want to do two, which I would recommend. I would recommend a 2 1/0 gauge 2-to-1 reducer, so you'd have two runs of 1/0 wiring down to a single reduced 1/0 input. So I would recommend that you do that for both your battery and your ground, since this thing is going to likely consume a ton of current. You have your speaker outputs over here. These are 10 gauge inputs. You might be able to fit 0 gauge in there, but I tried earlier. I could only get 10 gauge in, and of course it's the same size as your remote input. Now, nice feature on this amplifier that you don't see on the cab and you don't see on the Skar. This has 2 active fans. There's one on this side, there's one on the other side, which I'm going to show you real quickly. And here's the other fan right here. So you can have a nice push-pull effect that you've got. Really needed to keep this amplifier cool. Walking through the settings, you have your gain is right here, your subsonic filter, which is adjustable from 20 to 50 hertz, your bass boost, which, come on, you should leave this off, but it's between 0 dB and 12 dB, and you have your low pass filter, which is adjustable from 220 hertz to 40 hertz. Now, this amp is linkable, and that's right here. So if you want to link 2 of these together, I mean, if it goes by the ratings, I mean, that could be 7,000 watts at 1 ohm with 2 of these together. 7,000 watts, you could be at $450. Holy cow. Your remote inputs are over here. There are no other RCA outs other than to bridge the amp. Your remote bass knob input is right there. So, pretty nice looking amplifier in terms of controls and options. Alright, let's check out the guts of the Precision Power ICE7000.1D. And pretty nicely laid out board, in my opinion. Plenty of caps. And I posted a question on Basshead Live earlier, and I asked, well, what amplifier do you think this is? And a lot of people were saying it was a Sundown and different Korean amplifiers, and they really thought it was a much higher quality, higher price amplifier than what I paid. So I like what Precision Power did with this board. Alright, nothing left to do but to strap this amp up onto the dyno and find out what does the Precision Power Black Ice 7000.1D actually do on the dyno. Can it do 3,500 watts at 0.5 ohms? We are going to test every ohm load, 4 ohms down to 0.5 ohms, and we're going to do all 3 tests at each ohm load. Granted, the certified and uncertified, because I'm still using the AMM-1, is really still one test. But to review what those tests mean, certified means that is up to 1% THD. That's total harmonic distortion. That's the safest number you can be at for your speakers. So there's no distortion or very little distortion going to your subs. That's the best number. Uncertified, that is the point of clipping. So when your amplifier is starting to clip, that's what that number is. So that is at the point where you would want to back your amplifier down. You don't want to be at clipping. Somewhere between certified and uncertified can be okay, but I don't really recommend that. And of course there's dynamic. Dynamic is a very quick burst, very like beep, beep, beep. And that is kind of a simulation of what you'll get on music, but only like a transient type music. So if you have a long bass knob, or bass note, dynamic is not going to reflect that. It's going to reflect a kick drum. So if you're going to play music with a long bass note, certified your number. If you're going to play kick drum type music, kind of like techno where it's like boom, 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 dynamic's your number. Okay, so let's strap it up. Let's see what this amplifier can do, and I'll see you after the tests. All right, folks, final thoughts here on the Precision Power Black Ice 7000.1D. As you saw on the dyno, it didn't meet any of its ratings. Certified, got not too bad uncertified in all the numbers, and it did, at least on the 1 ohm and 0.5 ohm, it did exceed the ratings dynamically. So dynamically, this thing's monstrous. And quite frankly, 1 ohm, half ohm, even certified, uncertified, really, really strong numbers out of this amplifier. So, is it a budget gem? Is it a budget bust? Well, I mean, if you can get near 3,000 watts at an amplifier, I don't care what the ohm load is. If you're spending $240 to get there, that's a gem, my friends. That is a gem. Now, second question. Does this amplifier belong in the conversation with the Skar RP2000.1D and the cab 1600.1? And forget what's on the box. Forget these ratings. They don't matter. What matters is what it actually puts out. Now, I really wish Precision Power put the certified numbers on the box. That's not what they did. But the amplifier can perform, and it can perform and hang with the Skar. It can hang with the cab. This amp should and does belong in that conversation. You know, the Skar crowd says, oh yeah, go ahead, run the cab at 0.5 ohms. If it blows up, there's no warranty. I get that. The cab crowd says, go ahead, you can't run the Skar at 0.5 ohms. This amplifier's got both of those arguments in it. It can do 0.5 ohms and put out a very, very similar number to the cab 1600.1 at 0.5 ohms dynamically. I've never seen a certified test. Now, maybe it's out there. I've seen a lot of dyno videos. I don't claim to have seen them all, but I've never seen a 0.5 certified run on a cab. Dynamically, this hangs with it. I'm sure certified it'll hang with it as well. Same thing. 1 ohm, this beats out the cab 1600.1. It hangs with the Skar RP2000.1D at 1 ohm. Maybe a little bit weaker than the Skar. So this is kind of the question, or I shouldn't say this isn't the question. This is the problem solver. You want to run 0.5 ohms, you still want a warranty, you want the same numbers that you're going to get out of cab, if not better. Precision Power Black Ice 7000.1D. It's a hell of an amplifier, it's a hell of a deal. No reason not to put it on your shopping list. That's it for me. Till next time, I got more amps to test.